And Paul, earnestly beholding the council, said, Men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God until this day. And the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth. Now, once again, we are seeing parallels between Christ and Paul right here, because Christ, whenever he's first brought on the night right after the Garden of Gethsemane, whenever his trials began, he's brought before one of these high up council members named Ananias. Not the Ananias of Acts 4 or at Christ, but the son of Nebuchadnezzar, appointed to his office by Herod of Chalcis, high priest from 47 to 59 in AD 66. Now listen, in AD 66, in the days of the last great revolt against the Romans, this Ananias was dragged from a sewer in which he had hidden, and was murdered by the weapons of the assassins whom in his own period of power he had not scrupled to employ. He is described as a revengeful and rapacious tyrant. We are told that he reduced the inferior priests almost to starvation by defrauding them of their tithes, and sent his creatures to the threshing floors with bludgeons to seize the tithes by force. This is a pretty wicked man. Now, after they strike Paul on the mouth, his response is different from Christ. Christ really didn't say anything back whenever they'd hit him, pluck his beard, spit on him. They did far worse to Christ than they do to Paul. Then said Paul unto him, God shall smite thee, thou whited wall, for sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law? And they that stood by said, Revilest thou God's high priest? But apparently it's very appropriate what Paul says, because the words so spoken were actually a prophecy fulfilled some years after by the death of Ananias by the hands of the Sicarii.